In 8th grade, section 6.6, we're dealing with drawings and models. So story problems, unfortunately, but you can do it. So for example, a scale drawing of the White House is drawn on a grid paper. So of course, we're not going to draw the same size as the actual White House. So we have to make sure that the measurements are correct, especially when we're dealing with things with architecture. So one square on the grid paper represents 7 feet. What's the scale factor in the inches? So scale factor is this, it's probably the key. For example, if you're creating a map, you need a legend to tell you how much an inch on the map is in real life. For example, so for this case, our scale, not our scale factor, but a scale is 1 square to 7 feet. But they want a scale factor. This could be the scale factor if it said in feet. If it said in feet here, then this is our scale factor. But instead it says in inches. So in order for us to find the scale factor, I have to turn the feet into inches. So we did the same thing as we did in 6.4 when we were doing dimensional analysis and converting. So 1 square over 7 feet times 1 feet over 12 inches. And again, I put feet on the top because I want to cancel out. And if I cancel out, then I end up with square inches, which is exactly what I need. So 1 square is 84 inches. This is then my scale factor. I can write it like this or I can write it like this. 1 square equals 84 inches. So in this case, how many inches is 10 squares? So in this case, this is, I'm converting, I'm multiplying, so I'm trying to cancel out. But this one is asking me to find an equal value. And remember, when we're dealing with equal values, I'm not trying to cancel anything out. So I'm going to put my scale factor, which is 1 square over 84 inches. But I'm trying to find how many is 10 squares. Because I'm doing an equal sign, I have to keep it, again, consistent. So my square is going to be on top. And what I'm looking for is an X amount of inches, all right? And in this case, I'm going to cross multiply. 1 square, 1 times X gives me X equals 84 times 10 gives me 840, okay? So because I don't have to do anything, it's still, because 1X is the same thing as just X, my answer is 184 inches, just inches, because this goes in there. And again, I can check with this value by plugging 840 in here, finding the decimal of this, and see if they match. Okay? Number 2, a map has a scale factor of 1 inch equals 8 meters. 2 towns are 3.25 inches apart. What is the actual distance? So a map has a scale factor of 1 inch equals 8 meters. 1 inch equals 8 meters. So on a map, the legend says 1 inch is 8 meters. 2 towns are 3.25 inches apart. What is the actual distance? So this gives us, so again I set it up, 1 inch over 8 meters, and I'm doing equal value. And so if I'm doing equal, I have to be consistent. Inches, meters. So it gives me how many inches, 3.25, and I'm trying to find out how many meters. So once I set it up, I cross multiply just like last section. So 1 inch, X meters, gives me X. 8 times 3.25. So X equals 26, and since it's a story problem, we have to make sure to label it, so 26 meters. Right? So go ahead and try page 301, numbers 1 and 2, 301, numbers 1 and 2, and I will see you in class.